Well, hello everyone. We're starting this third episode of Galerie sans Clous chats, and this time it will be in English. And I'm setting up and trying to set up how to share my computer. There we go. So I'm on the website of Galerie sans Clous, getting my microphone closer. So hello again. I'm Isa Michaud. I'm a visual artist in Sault Ste. Marie, Bawating. And I'm talking about my website and the folks that have come through the wall of Galerie Saint Cloud. Um, the idea was that I was going to create a space for exhibition inside my studio, and I quickly whipped up this website with Wix. At the time, it was free, but since then they started charging more. And quickly, I realized that the tools that I was using um, were not enough for me to provide more information. So I had to go into the editor mode, and that was a slow learning again. With the search engine optimization, words that you have to put into the pages and try to find all the different menus. Also, switching from computer mode to phone mode. Sometimes the information doesn't flow the same way uh, as when you turn into the phone setup. So um, there were many things to learn, and I'm I have a working website. It's not bad. Of course, there's always tons of room for improvement, but so far so good. So I started with a great project in 2021, in November of 2021, when I didn't know if I would be getting a grant or anything. I applied for a grant, and I only found out in March of 2022 if I had received it. And but I went ahead and I started anyway. I started my space, and the first project I did was this project, Honorer la Rivière, and I limited this page to this one photo of Katie Huxon with a projection writing names of fish and birds uh, that live in the river onto this wall. It was a great project. I think my website has more pages. It's possible that I have it somewhere. No, it's wait, the same. Um, okay, here it is. So I asked friends to come over and help me write the names of the species in the river. And I had taken different photos and films of the river. And I posted that. And I had also taken some water in a jar with plant life. And I placed that water onto a piano bench, and it accompanied the the time of honor, because I grew up in Quebec City next to Fleuve Saint Laurent, and I would and also when I was a child there was la rivière du Cap Rouge, and I've always the Chaudière River, la rivière Chaudière. Um, I've always been close to a river, and it was important to me to honor that in a good way. Start the space in a good way. So we did that. And then in 2022, I had Brandy Morris was the first artist to show at Galerie Saint Cloud. It was like January 1st. I went to my gallery. Everything was closed. And I set up my projectors, and I had Brandy's colorful work that I just projected onto the walls, and I loved it. I tried making some gobos and put them on lights to create some shapes onto the wall that would mimic this work, and it was fabulous. Then after that, I had Lisa Michino's work, which was Rules and Accidents. And with that one, I tested different places where to project into the space, and I thought that this image in particular reflected the exhibition well, and that's why I used it. I also limited the amounts of photos in that post, because I have to limit the space a little bit so that I can fit everybody in there. Ainsi sur Elena, les habits verts et bleus de l'été. A friend that I met, I was put in contact with Elsie through an artist in Toronto, and we worked together to bring this diorama, this slideshow of Elsie's work, and Elsie wanted a specific Vivaldi piece about the summer, and I exhibited her photography on the wall as this slideshow that I made on YouTube, and it would just kind of loop through, and I fed it through my projector, and invited folks through social media to come and visit it, but I didn't have that many visitors for this exhibition. And unfortunately, because those two artists, Lisa and Elsie, no, actually, Brandy and Lisa, they couldn't have an artist fee because I didn't have my grant there. But with Elsie, I was able to get an artist fee, and I was very proud to pay her a little amount of money for that work, that beautiful work of photos from the Hearst region. Yeah, and it's great because with YouTube, then the piece can play, and it's hosted here on my website. So it's a little bit of a presence for the artist. There you go. And then Annie King. with Headspace. She had made a collection of small works on chip bags and paper and charcoal that she had sewn. And um, yeah, then there was this projection at the center with small videos that she'd made while at home. Sometimes artists don't have time to to go to the studio that often, and we have to find ways of making work in the backstage, in cracks of little cracks of time that we find, stolen moments between things. And it's sometimes working with your phone like that. That's a appropriate time to be spending, to be continuing making artwork. What I like about this work is the sort of space theme, spatial, like galactic and um, space shuttle, NASA feeling with the chip bag. It gives you that planet, cosmonaut, astronaut, maybe pack, feed these nutritional packs that they eat. Uh, or it feels like maybe an industrial vent. Those are all like little industrial vents on the wall. Um, yeah, it's it was cool how the whole space was activated, and also Annie had set up. She'd put tape onto the projector to fit perfectly onto that board that she'd suspended. So it was really cool to work with Annie and see the work being realized. I give my keys to the artist, and some artists love to work quietly by themselves into a space, and I like to support that. Others, the kind of they're unsure about what they're doing, and I stay close. Um, and then others, yet I leave the room. I let them work, but I'm in another room. So there's like different places where I can be to facilitate. Because there are moments of, shakiness when you're creating sometimes, and you might not want somebody to be right there close to you. So I like to give different iteration of me, my closeness. I love creations. So as much as you want me in the creating part or not, I'm fine with it. I'll enjoy it after, you know. That's what I like about my process, is that I can be there's all that spectrum of possibility, and it's lovely to develop that over time, uh, those skills. Um, I'm very thankful for these artists who allowed me these first steps. And then I had Galerie in 2022. Zenith Lily, my good friend, who had quilts, and we went to Bachuana Bay, and Zenith laid her quilts on a rope and let the wind do the work. And I filmed, and she filmed part of this. I combined both our films together to create this film that I projected in the gallery. Uh, Such beautiful work, right? Like I'm watching it and I'm in love again. Uh, Zenith didn't want me to put photos of her into this work. Just the work. Mixed with the beauty of the place. Crazy quilt with cat hair. And because Zenith loves cats, she's had cat friends for a long time. And you can really enjoy the breeze and the plenitude of the place. Take it in, the beauty of the bay. It's very simple. She had me go and fetch a huge stick. We found a big stick to lean against the tree, the pine trees. And I wrote an article about this piece, and Zenith loved it. So it was like really beautiful and wholesome and kind, and quilting is just amazing. Um, Zenith can make absolute works of art with her quilt. This Sam Pine Bennett, When Thoughts Fray and Words Fail. That was a great interaction of the art on the wall and a projection. This is just the art itself, laid out in a shape on the wall, and it kind of works well with the plants on the ledge and the window, the lamp. It gives it a little bit of a homey feel, and then the projection onto the work adds this dimension. Oh, here you have in this photo, you have Annie King with her children. They were visiting. We're still in pandemic mode, so just a few visitors at a time. And you can see how small the place is. But also how, people get used to it and mix with it very well. Luciana Ford and David Beckett visited as well for Ontario Culture Days. Kai Bordage. We all have our masks on. It was a time of maybe wearing masks, maybe not wearing masks. It was, yeah, another amazing, cool exhibition. Okay. 2023 continued. Katie Huxon, Aware Feeling That Moves. That was epic. With some acetate hanging from the ceiling and a projection on acetate. And then the images were printed on 8x10 acetates and put on a projector, those old style projectors, overhead projectors that teachers used to use in class. Even David, my husband, as a professor in university, used that. And Katie used family films that her grandfather had cataloged, and she used all body language, all the places where family members kissed, or played sports, or did various things, body movements. This one was about fishing, and Halloween. Um, Kitty shared some of her life, and also she worked the files, reworked the files as well. So neat to see this work again. All the aunts and uncles and grandparents, like adorable. Uh, oop. Tara Yeats etymology. Oh no, I have to fix that. That's the first time I see something like that happen. Oh. Hmm. Okay, it is there. It's just that there's a link that's not working. Okay, I'll have to go fix that. It's a good thing I do these things. So yeah, I write a little bit of a text, but this one I didn't. I let Tara speak about her work. Tara's a good writer as well. And she did amazing lino cuts, and she does them at home. I think she uses a panini press, she said. It's just amazing. Um, her carving skills are very good. Like, she can do like really small detail. This is like Ireland, and all the hydrography, cartography on the land. She's Métis and Irish. She also has a strong friendship with ravens. They leave little gifts to her. And that is a Métis ancestor, a Mi'kmaq ancestor. There you go. Then I did Maria Parella Ilaria Bloom. I have to fix my links. Okay. The link there. To show this work, I made a video of her projection with her installation. She had pieces of artwork on the right wall, and another little projection on the left wall with the sound of water from the greenhouses at Bellevue Park. And this work was about her kidney failure. She needed a kidney um, transplant, and yeah, we did a lot of walks together, which we called parallel parking. So we would go and carry some art backpacks. I had made an art backpack for her as well, and we would see each other and tape our conversations and publish them on Instagram. And then this this show came together, and I'm so happy that we did it because Maria was working really hard being an art therapist, dealing with health issues. And here I was asking her, "Oh, come and put art backpack on your back and go with me for walks, and then you're gonna do a show in my space." And oh, I kept bothering her, uh, but that led to some pretty neat work. And so happy that we got to see these different pieces arranged together in that way. And the documentation of it is also interesting. Um, I'm glad that I did that for that work. Um, oh, I was talking about parallel parking. This is documentation of some of it together. Oh my goodness. Oh, those little mittens. And there's Maria. Oh God, I love her. Oh, 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 look at her. We had such fun. This was in Fort Creek with my art backpack. There's an interesting light there. Mm. This was Maria's painting when we'd get together and do some painting online. Or she took a lot of photos with an Instamax camera. And I like drawing. Yeah, I made a little documentation as well uh, of our parallel parking. We did this YouTube video that was great. Yeah, the recording is in progress. Oh, oh, Maria. And okay, what's next then? Division Goy, La Vie Rurale Africaine. This is an artist that I met through some webinars that I was doing with La Société économique de l'Ontario. And she showed me some of her work, and I thought, oh my goodness, I would love to show this work in my gallery. So look at all that artwork. I mean, isn't that gorgeous? I did a little YouTube video of that as well. Yeah, something that I don't do all the time, but I did it a lot before because I thought my videos could be shared on the public access television, which so I thought I'd share that. Then um, after the dish, the money ran out, so I had to do other things, and I did a collaboration with Maëlle Pelletier called Slam et Pinceau, and I made this YouTube video, which I also published, and it documents the collaboration that we did in French. He's a slam artist from Matapédia, Quebec, and we got together to make some artwork. And this work is continuing. We did one in 2025 recently, but I didn't post it on here because it wasn't really done in the gallery. But I'm writing a grant right now to go to Metapedia and do some more work with Maëlle in person, though, this time. So crossing my fingers that this works. Okay, then I reached out to some of my student colleagues and um, asked Emily if she'd like to have some of her work uh, exhibited, and I did an installation with some mirrors. You can see the mirrors are reflected on the other wall with the projection, which I liked. So I played with the idea of mirrors. I had on the other side, I had these little guys, these little tiny mirrors, making a small mirror, and where the viewer could see themselves reflected. So I worked with that idea, and it was fun to be able to play in the kind of the installation, different installation ideas. And Emily allowed that, so I was really lucky that way. Rishi also, with his work, I was able to test the projection of this work, which I did in the building. So as you can see, this is one of his pieces projected on the ceiling, and you can see the hallway and the industrial kind of looking space. And I thought this worked well with his work as a sort of alternative way to project his work, way to promote his work. Very experimental, Rishi. Mm, yeah. And then I did a video with some folks in North Bay about immigration in Canada, and they interviewed me in the gallery. So I thought I would show this link here. Uh, Scripted. So this is like my my projects under the umbrella of being unscripted in my gallery. none of these artists that I collaborated with received an artist fee for this, but I think we both gained experience together in collaboration. So that was good for that. Then in 2024, I received some grants to do a work entitled Endoplasme, and also my personal work, Intérieur, which I'm not showing here. But so I was busy with more personal work, with collaboration work. This work, I presented it during the week, the Francophone Week of Immigration, in my space at Galerie Clous, in this small format, like 3 pieces. And it allowed for Christiana and Didish to be talking about their work. And then after that, we did a big exhibition at the museum. Kai had their photography work, their pinhole photography. And I had 3D works with wood and crochet. And the dish and Goy had their her work, her textile work, fiber art, textile art, and it mixed very well. The three practices were lovely and very meaningful together. Just love it. And the museum provided us with a large space. We created a room in the center where Kai could show the work of developing a photo, an image in real time. So that was a lovely, lovely exhibition. Then in 2025, it started again my programming with Brittany McLean Giletti. She built a tent with cutouts for the child that she was carrying and was soon to be born, almost like an intention for the future, the coming of that child. And the installation had like a childlike feeling of building a blanket fort in the space in Galerie Saint-Cloud. Very also very lovely installation. I've been very lucky. And then I had Luciella Ford this summer, which was incredible. Another incredible exhibition. Grindstone Cowboy. Some amazing work and artist statement. And I also wrote an article after that. That's her biography. And yeah, there's my article called Grindstone Cowboy de Luciana Ford, Baigné de lumière d'étoiles. And I talk about her painting, the projection, coronated by the earth, the dream catcher, the metal dream catchers. And I kept it fairly short. because I did write another a bit longer article for it, but that's for the near future. Then my latest was this one, Sidewalk Rituals, Rituel des Trottoirs, where Goldie painted different places around town, places of comfort that she likes, where she likes to go, and kept the little pieces very detailed through some tracing of some kind and watercoloring. And this one is by her son, Ario. And Goldie is going to start a project of micro galleries in Sault Ste. Marie. So that's going to happen sometime, either this fall or in the spring, whichever works. But maybe some of this work will be in there. So that was the latest. And the next one will be Ray Fox, and then my programming for 2025 will be finished. So this gives you a little overview of the past, well, I'm gonna call it 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. Like, it's really 4 years, but more 3 years of activity at Galerie Clous. And I'm preparing next year. And there you go. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions, suggestions, and see you soon.